Hi, my name is Avery. Sorry for the car noises. I am once again starting my aunt's car. And today I bring to you Monopoly choosing my TBR for January, which is fun. So first of all, I just want to mention that this 100% is not my own design or making. I just really love watching TBR games, and one of my favorites is from Becca in the book. She makes a Bookopoly. I'll put her, definitely check them out if for some reason you haven't. I love watching her do her TBR games, and I always wanted, since I first saw hers and Cody's, the wheel, and all the people that do TBR games, I wanted to make my own. I didn't really know what to do because my favorite board games are not the type that would really be conducive to this. So I instead just kind of made my own board. There might be overlapping things. I didn't copy Becca's board. I just took the idea. Okay, so the purpose of this is to get my unread books read and then also to give me motivation to read books that I otherwise wouldn't pick up, which is good. So my plan for this is to potentially, if I miss reading, right now the ground rule that I'm setting now is if I miss 2 books from the TBR that I do, I will have to donate one to something, or get rid of one, or give one away, whatever. So at least unhauling 1 book a month if that happens. So sad for me, but it's fine, we're fine. I'm just trying to get down my TBR, my owned TBR, quite a bit. Okay, so for each month I'm going to be doing 5 rolls and keeping up the rule of if I roll a double then I have to do more. So the prompt cards are a bunch of prompts, so some of them are overlapping because some of them are just genres, and some of them are prompts, and some of them are other things on the board, but then there are also ones that aren't on the board at all. It's a complete mix of any type of prompt you might see. And then the chance cards, which I didn't have prepared for this one because I forgot, honestly, and then I already rolled it, so we're gonna do something else, but whatever. If a chance comes up, we'll do something else. Then the chance cards, but in the future, I'm going to have maybe 10 cards, 10 cards, 5 of them being books that I'm super amped to read, and then 5 of them being books that I don't want to read as much or have started hearing bad things about. So that's that, and I think that is it. So let's get into roll number 1. Okay, so before we get into the rolls, I just wanted to show off my dice. These are from my D&D dice, so that's why they're kind of weird, and they don't have the dots, they're the numbers, but they're pretty. And then here's my little guy, and it's a little 3D printed The Thinker that I got somewhere, so that's that. So roll number 1 was Book of the Month. So I have gotten 1 box from Book of the Month, but I decided, since I'm probably going to continue with the service, I was going to put a thing on the board for it. So, and also, sorry I don't have the books with me. I'm in a car, and I didn't want to bring them all out. But I'm going to be buddy reading Girl Silver and Thorn with one of my friends. Funny story, actually, Book of the Month sent me a damaged copy, and I emailed them, and they sent me a brand new one. So I had 2, so I can buddy read it with a friend. So good on them for their customer service. Not sponsored. Okay, so this book, I believe, is about a princess who, when she touches people, they get poisoned, but I'm not positive because I don't really like reading synopses, and I'm not very good at summarizing books. So I also know it's queer. I'm pretty sure there's a female-female relationship is the main relationship. I don't know. Since it came out, I haven't heard very many great things about it, but I heard a lot of hype, and the cover is stunning, as you can tell. So that's roll number 1. Let's go on to number 2. So, keeping up in line with the subscription services, roll number 2 was Alcrate, and I have quite a few Alcrate boards. I'm pretty sure I put all the railroads as Alcrate. Not positive, I don't really remember. But yeah, because I have been doing getting Owlcrate for like 2 years, almost 3 probably, and no, 3 years I think. So I have not read that many of the Owlcrate books. So the book that I'm reading this month for Owlcrate was actually December's book. So if you don't want to be spoiled for that, maybe like skip, I don't know. But that's These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong. If you haven't heard the hype about this one is a retelling of Romeo and Juliet set in 1920s Shanghai, and they're gang lords and all that fun stuff. I'm also reading this to participate in Chanel Times Krusty Club book club, which this is the December and January book. So I'm hoping to read this in January. I needed to read it in January. Okay, that's that. Number 3. Number 3, I rolled mystery. Okay, so I put mystery, thriller, and horror on my board, but I feel like I should have just put them as one because I don't have that many mystery books, I realized once I was perusing. So the one that I came up with was Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng. So this book is, I don't really know what it's about. I think someone's murdered and they're trying to solve it. I'm not really positive. I just know that Books and Lala really likes it, and Cat from Paperback Dreams, like, so I don't know. I own it. And also this will fulfill a prompt for Completely Melanie's TBR Knockout, which is a book with dark themes because it's a murder mystery. Okay, roll number 4. This I got TBR jar because I landed in jail. So I have this little jar. It's actually not been updated in a while. I'm planning on doing that in January. So all the books in here, there might be some that I've read, there might be some that I haven't read or don't own anymore or something, and there aren't that many. So I'm gonna just pull from here until I get one that I haven't read. And that'll be the book, and I will have a better TBR jar in the future. So let's just get one. Okay, this one. Oh, okay, so this is a classic. I got Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston. I promise I'm not lying. So that's that book. I'll pop it up. This is a classic. I don't really know much more other than I've heard great things about it, and I don't really want to know much more. And finally, potentially finally, roll number 5. So I didn't get any doubles, so this is the final roll, and I landed on chance. And as stated before, I did not make the chance cards yet because I'm dumb. So instead, I'm gonna cut to a clip of my sister picking a book. So for this, I picked 5 books that I either need to read for a book club kind of guy, or 5 books that I don't really like or want to read at the moment, whatever. And I'm just gonna give her all 10 and she's gonna pick one. I don't know how she's gonna pick it, but there's that. Come on. So you could read them, you don't have to read them, you can do whatever, however you want to pick them. Which one?
Witching.
Okay. So those are my 5 rolls for this month. I'm very surprised I didn't get a double. Also, can we just take note of how pretty my dice are? They are beautiful. They're actually a part of sets for D&D, but whatever. Okay, so this is what I'm reading in January. TBR jar is Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston. I was close. Mystery is Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng. Owlcrate, I think, is These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong for the Krusty Club. I'm buddy reading Girl Serpent Thorn for Book of the Month. Also, for chance, Abby picked The Year of the Witching by Alexis Henderson. This is also the Busy Bee Book Club pick. The books that I want to read that aren't on the list are this chunker, The Shadow of What Was Lost by James Islington, no, I already said that, for, again, the Busy Bee Book Club. For Buzz Wordathon, I want to read Where Dreams Descend by Janella Angelis. And for Tagalong, I need to read Assassin's Blade by Sarah J. Maas. I also would like to finish The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to catch up with me in any form of social media, it's down there. If you're interested in Book of the Month, I have a link down there. It's not a sponsored thing. It's like, if you get it, then I get a free month. I don't even really know. Anyone can get it. So if you want that, go for it. I think that's it.